with you again. I'm going to be getting started on this video. There might be some little to no profanity, but just to play safe, just pause the video and get your kids out the room or put your headphones on. Now that you've unpaused and got your kids out the room and your headphones on, let's go. Let's get started. Well, as you can see, this beautiful couple right here, that would be Remy Ma and Papoose. And if I'm pronouncing his name wrong, I am very, very sorry. So, so Remy Ma is, well, there's people out there supporting her, and then, of course, some folks, especially some of these stupid ass black feminists, are not too happy with Remy Ma. But you know what? Because she spoke truth to power, especially in white supremacists, I am not too happy with her. And Remy Ma, she doesn't give a fuck when she speaks truth to power, and she won't apologize for it. That's why I love her. So let me get started. Remy Ma gets slammed on social media for defending Bill Cosby, saying some of them were lying. So there's a lot of people not too happy with Remy Ma right now for what she said about Bill Cosby. The backlash came after an episode of Revolt's TV, State of the Culture, surfaced, where the hosts were talking about Bill Cosby being sentenced to prison for drugging and sexually assaulting a woman, which that bitch name was Andrea Constand. So and oh yeah, and remember that video I did about Camille Cosby, coming after everybody's throat, everybody's ass. Oh yeah, she coming after that bitch, Andrea Constand's lying ass. Continuing, co-host Scotty Beam spoke first and said she was glad the comedian was behind bars as did Joe Budden and the other host Jinx. So Remy, however, felt some of the 60 women accused Cosby of rape or sexual assault were lying and their stories possibly coerced by police. The Bronx rapper also said that she was speaking from her own experience with the judicial system, well, in the system of white supremacy and anti-black racism. She spent 7 years in prison for shooting one of her friends, apparently. So me knowing how the system works, they work out deals and they set you up and they have people say things and admit to things that they've never done before. She explained, "I'm defending people who have been done wrong, not only by the system, but by the people they lie, people that go on bandwagons," added Remy. "I'm not saying that every one of them is lying, but out of the 60 women, when I sat down and listened, I felt some of them were lying. I felt some were not telling the truth. Well, it wasn't just some, it was a lot than you think." But Remy then brought about the case of Brock Turner, the former Stanford University, who was convicted of rape. Let's get that straight. After he raped a woman while she was passed out behind a dumpster. Let's get that straight. So he only received 6 months, she said. "If you feel comfortable outside with a dumpster, I'm sure this isn't the first time. The higher up you are in the public eye, especially when your skin is black, they love to tear people and bring them down." Afterwards, people tore into Remy and said that she was unable to see Cosby as himself, and then here's one half a road. Very much is very chase views and sexual subjects, and it's one of the main reasons black people who can't distinguish Bill Cosby from a fictional character he played. Okay, one person said. This one I'm not gonna read. I'll post the link below so you can read the rest of the crap they said. But continuing, but a lot of people agreed with Remy and said Cosby is a victim of conspiracy, and also many criticized Scotty Beam and accused her of buying into popular opinion. Scotty represents the worst tunnel vision surface opinions of Black Twitter. Someone commented, "I can go on social media where you hear the Scotty's opinions." Well, interesting, interesting. Let's see. Oh yeah, that's them together. So, but I will say this: if she's not lying, and one thing that mainstream doesn't like to talk about, that a lot of those supposed accusers were proven to be fucking liars. You know, that's the thing that really pissed me off about this case. Not only they're just it's like the double standards. It's like the double standards and the hypocrisy, but also the fact that they're making mockery of rape victims. Because I mean, I've not heard of a rape victim wait like 40 years. You know, 40 years. Again, especially like most of the accusers were white women, and let me tell you something. And it was from back in the day. Look, man, they have look. Long story short, they are taught like I mean, like white supremacists. They teach their children at birth that if a black person does something, you say something. Let's not deny that, because that does happen, and there are people who are taught that, and like I said, there's so many double standards, like this, like with so many loopholes. But mainstream media decided not to cover it. But I mean, I will say this to the folks out there that what did I say, that are out there on that whole Me Too shit and all. But it's funny they won't. I mean, they talk about that talks about Bill Cosby, but funny they're not putting the same energy on Nicholas Nino. They're not putting the same energy on Roman Polanski, which he's overdue. Remember, he was a fugitive, and there was proven evidence he did it. Especially, he fled the country. Let's not forget that. Hence the word fugitive. Then had Woody Allen's pedophile act. Then you got Harvey Weinstein. Then you got John Grisham trying to rationalize pedophilia. Yeah, that John Grisham, that sick fucker, the one who made the book and did the movie of A Time to Kill. Yeah, yeah. He tried to rationalize pedophilia, and he was caught on tape saying, like, trying to rationalize it, and trying to rationalize for pedophiles, you know. But it's funny they won't put that same energy, but they say, "Oh, well, yes, we do." Bullshit. I don't even see that fucking same energy. Not even with mainstream media. And then and it's sad. Like, there's a long history of especially black men who have been wrongfully accused of rape, and they get locked and convicted. I mean, especially like you got. I mean, don't get me wrong. You got your good and bad. Yes, we got evil and other than in the black community. But here's the thing: when they do something wrong, they actually get held accountable. But when you got your Brock Turners out there, they don't even they never get held accountable. Because Brock Turner, he's supposed to get quote unquote 6 months. That guy got out within like a week of prison, and that demon's still out there. Then you had Brian Banks, who he was falsely accused of rape, and turned out the bitch by the name of Juanetta Gibson admitted she lied, and that's how he's got his sentence overturned, and hence why he's out of jail now. And Juanetta Gibson is getting hell, and may that bitch continue to to get to get an ass kick legally and everything. She has to pay, and also too, and he apparently he's like suing the hell out of her as he should. And with Juanetta Gibson and them Cosby accusers, they made a mockery of rape. And when they do shit like that doesn't help at all. And Brian Banks even talked about the hypocrisy about like with Brock Turner, and in his case he's like saying like black men, they can get locked when they do something wrong, they do get locked up, but when they don't have not done a damn thing, they still get locked up. But your Brock Turners, who was caught in the act, let's remember that he got nothing. That's the double standard. That's why people are like pissed off about the Bill Cosby case, because there's a lot of double standards. And I will say this: and Remy Ma, I'm glad he spoke truth to power, and she's not gonna apologize for speaking truth to power. So and her husband Papoose has got her back, and she's got his back, and especially now they have a baby on the way, which I will say congratulations, and I wish nothing but the best for you and Remy Ma and Papoose. Shout out to the both of you, and for the rest of you Me Too motherfuckers, fuck y'all.